me talk to you. Welcome to another exhilarating episode of Sofa King Smarks Podcast. My name is Chet Von Chetsky, and we are about to break down Survivor Series and review Monday Night Raw. I got a special guest this week. Joining me is Nate Smythe. He is filling in for Hoobie this week, a.k.a. That Dude Ben, a.k.a. Hoobencio. He is on assignment doing lucha things, whatever lucha stuff does. He probably hanging out with Luchasaurus, for all I know. How the hell you doing, Nate?
Oh man, Chet, I'm doing great. It's been a lovely day, and I appreciate you having me on.
Absolutely. Glad to have you, my brother.
Yes, sir.
All right, well, let's just get into Survivor Series. This past Saturday in Chicago, you had Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, and Shotzi. They defeated Damage Control, Bayley, Kyrie, Io Sky, and Asuka. During the match, Bayley repeatedly saved the match for her team, breaking up pins, going the distance as the first competitor to enter on the heel side. Ultimately, she was battered and beaten enough that Belair could down her with the KOD, and Lynch could add a manhandle slam through the table for the win. What'd you think about this match, brother?
I tell you, man, I was not excited to see it at first because a lot of these women's matches lately have been slow. They've been clunky. They've been, botch fests. But I was thoroughly impressed with this match.
The ending made it better, especially the last third of it. But in the
Yeah.
beginning, anything Shotzi did was a botch fest.
Yes.
Whatever she touched
Yes.
turned to absolute shit.
And that's wild because I went to an Evolve show in Philly like 3 years ago with my son, and she put out 37 chairs and dove on this girl and we thought she killed herself. So I was like, this chick's gonna be awesome, and boy was I wrong.
Yeah, wrong about that. Yeah, she's new levels of cringe I didn't know were possible in this women's division.
Yeah.
But with this finish, it's going to propel the Damage Control story forward, presumably to the point where their teammates kick out Bayley, possibly setting up a face turn. Who knows? What do you think about that?
I would love to see the hugger come back at least for one night. That would be
That
awesome.
would be so cool.
I would pop
The
hard
Bayley
for
buddies.
That. Yes, the wacky
Yeah.
waving inflatable arm tube men.
You'd be filling them up with the blood flow to your nether regions.
Yes, my groinage.
Yes. All right, so next up, Gunther defeats The Miz with the Lion Tamer to retain his Intercontinental Championship. Quick nod to Chris Jericho, who they mentioned during this match.
That was wild.
That was wild. That was two Jericho Easter eggs, I guess, or one of them was very blatant, but
Yeah. And he mentioned Edge as well.
He did mention Edge.
There was
some Bret Hart references for The Miz.
Yeah, it was nice to hear, that's still canon in their universe.
Yeah. I do appreciate that. Let's see.
Yeah, and I might be in the I don't know how to word this. I might be the only one that thinks this, but I'm a bigger fan of Fat Walter than I am of like.
You're not
Fit
the only
Gunther.
person who believes that.
He was I mean, he's still a beast, but those chops hit harder when he was heavier.
Yeah, I have a Walter shirt and I have an Imperium shirt with 4 members on it.
Whoa!
Yeah,
that was awesome.
What was it, Alexander Wolf? What was that his name?
Yeah, Wolf. Yeah, the guy with the beard. Yeah.
So yeah, I've been a Walter fan for a long time. I still wear my Walter shirt. Nobody knows who the hell he is. One guy,
doesn't
like
exist.
A year ago, I was wearing the grocery store. He goes, "Sweet Arnold Schwarzenegger shirt," and I was like, "Dude, you have no idea."
Thanks.
And then
get out of my face. I'm just trying to.
Then you want to Walter chop him in front of the canned corn.
Dude, I'm just trying to buy cantaloupes. Leave me alone, you creep.
Yeah, for real. But yeah, Gunther retains. Everybody knew he was going to win.
Yeah.
Miz had no chance. Crowd actually got behind him, which was kind of stunning to me. But it's the Miz. He's a 20-year showman. He's an entertainer.
Yeah.
He's not the professional wrestler.
Now that's Arnold.
Yeah, I guess so.
Now he plays a he plays the part well, but I just think he's a much better heel. He's a corny, cheesy face, but that's what he does.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. 2016-17 Miz is top notch Miz.
Prime Miz.
Prime Miz.
I'm all in on it.
Yeah, me too. It's the greatest Intercontinental Champion that ever lived.
He's pretty close.
Yeah, until Gunther, but you know how long? How long?
Stud.
Yeah, stud. He's a beast. He is a beast.
We're gonna talk about a stud later, but I'll get into that later.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there was a stud on Monday Night Raw who took his
Yes, there was.
who dropped his trowel. I was like, whoa,
It's so
hey.
You knew exactly who I was talking about. I looked at my fiance. I was like, "Avert your eyes, woman.
Yeah, look away.
Don't see what a real man looks like."
That is a real man.
But we'll get into that.
Yeah, we will get into that. It's a long topic, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so Santos Escobar defeats Dragon Lee with the Phantom Driver in a short match that really had no time to shine on a show that only had 5 matches. So, as he was filling in for Carlito, who was kayfabe injured on SmackDown, I figured this match was going to be way better, and they just delivered. I feel like he just we're going to do the same moves Carlito was going to try, really. Like, it's just
Yeah, he's a typical replacement.
Yeah. They didn't do that.
I already rehearsed this.
I thought it was going to go like 15 minutes and be badass, and it wasn't.
It definitely has the potential with those two to do that. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see.
But-
We'll see where this story progresses on Monday Night Raw. Or well, actually, they're on SmackDown. So,
On SmackDown. Yeah, they'll run it back 15 more times. We'll have plenty of time to see it.
they could have just did it like twice, two good times.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah, but we're gonna get 15, like you said. That's actually probably what's going to happen. Rhea Ripley defeats Zoe Stark to retain her Women's World Championship with a riptide, and all I can remember from this match was cowgirl chaps and ass.
Assless chaps to show the ass.
Yes. Chaps and ass. My ass was chapped watching this in a good way.
Yes. I mean, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, that man, that was something else there. But
Mariah's scary. I get it.
Yeah. See,
she played the part.
My brother's getting more people on that bandwagon.
Oh, dude, your brother's a legend.
I mean, it literally fits too. It's a crazy thing. All right.
Yeah, I get it.
Absolutely. All right, so we got the main event, the men's War Game match. Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso, and a returning Randy Orton defeat Judgment Day and Drew McIntyre.
Yes.
Yeah, it was pretty good. The Judgment Day, Drew McIntyre, they were in dominant position late in War Games. Enter Randy Orton, who made his way to the ring amid a roaring ovation. Huge ovation. The guy was ripped, shredded. He was on all of Hulk Hogan's vitamins that have ever been put into mass production.
He said a lot of prayers and trained a lot.
Yeah, he said, yes, he did. He got on his knees and he prayed.
He was huge.
He swole.
He looked good.
He did look good. But from there, the babyfaces fought their way back into the match, each delivering their signature offense before the American Nightmare planted Damian Priest, Senor Money in the Bank, with a crossroads for the win. And the victorious baby faces stood tall in the arena, greeted their win with a celebratory pop, but little did they know that was not going to come close to the pop that they were about to get.
Not even close.
Not even. The copyright logo appears on the screen. I'm live streaming myself. I don't think it's happening. I'm kind of looking down going, oh, well, that's that. And then it hits. Cult of Personality. Living Colors, Cult of Personality, plays over the PA system, and CM Punk has returned and walked back on our screens on a WWE television. How fucking awesome was that?
I never thought I would see that ever again.
Me neither. It's part of the way where I sound like this right now.
My son was in the chair. He jumped up so hard, the chair flew back against the wall. May or may not have dented the wall, but that's, it's a price we pay.
Yeah. Just write that off to WWE. Send that to Stanford.
And then my mouth was just like this. And my fiance who watches wrestling but doesn't really understand it like we understand it. She's like, "Why are you guys so excited? Didn't you just say this all day that this was happening?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, but we didn't know it was happening.
Yeah,
We were hoping, but it was just I felt like a kid again, man, for the first time in a long time.
yeah, I was pumped, as if you
I
couldn't
couldn't
tell.
tell.
But
That
oh
was the best. That was the best. Like, just a lot of these reaction videos you see, I'm wondering if they like see it and then rewind it and react for the camera. But like yours was legitimate. Like
yeah,
you were so excited, man.
I was
I
pumped.
was. It was awesome.
Oh yeah, I got the entire 4 hours of before that of Survivor Series, everything else. Of they just what in the fuck, and, But yeah, it was good. It was awesome. Like I was seeing on Monday Night Raw, they were showing people's reactions, and I was so pissed because I had it set on podcast recording, so it said turn back, like it cancels out background audio. That's why it sounds like shit.
Oh, okay.
Yes, so it would sound like me and you talking if I didn't have that on, if I just had the other settings. That's why mine sounds like shit. And I see that montage of people on Raw, and I'm like, my video could have been in there. Fuck. But I have
That could
shitty
have been
audio.
me.
Yeah, that could have been me. It should have been me.
It should have. Who said that? Ziggler.
Yeah,
It should
it
have
should
been
have been me.
me.
Dude, this is the second time I've botched a return because we got the Undertaker returning at WrestleMania 34. It's got like, I don't know, 70, 80,000 views at this point. But my brother had it on private for a year and a
Ah, son of a bitch.
half. So it amassed all that in the
Yep.
years since. It would have been like in the 1 point something million because it was like 14 of us in a room.
You'll have to send me that. I
Yeah,
would love to see that.
absolutely. You can't hear a word we said because we put the phone right next to the sound bar. So all you hear
Oh,
is
okay.
the Undertaker's music blasting. But you can see that I was visibly pissed off for a minute because I thought Vince was trolling us. I was like, yeah, he's got us. They know when to get me. You can always see my genuine reaction. If I'm pissed, I'm pissed. I'm not putting on a show. I'm legitimately pissed. Things are not going my way like a child.
No, that's I love it because it like I said, it's so genuine. Like when I heard they fired Matt Canada, I was like I texted Hoovy, I was like, "You gotta get Chet's reaction. I gotta see it." You were probably just rejoicing.
Yeah, it was awesome. I couldn't believe they fired him. It's the first time they fired a coach in like 50 something years mid season.
Yeah, and then what happens the next week? They put like 450 yards
Yeah,
of
yeah,
offense up?
yep.
Hmm.
Najee
Hmm.
Harris has his best game in like since college.
And now they have the easiest schedule remaining? Fuck.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You're good. This is all right. So that is Survivor Series. Big return by CM Punk. Two good War Games matches. Um,
Take take the return out of it, Chet. What would you say that how would you rate that pay-per-view if he didn't return? I thought it was
B
great.
minus B. I thought it was good.
Yeah, yeah, I would give it like a B minus, definitely.
Yeah.
But that return just
Makes it A plus.
A
It's,
plus, A plus 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 plus.
I mean, Punk says on Raw, it's his like greatest wrestling moment ever up to this
Yeah,
point
like he
until
was
he main events WrestleMania, or he gets screwed over again. Either one.
no, he has to main event
Has
night
to.
one.
Has to.
He
I
has
don't
to,
give a
and I'll be
shit
there.
what Charlotte Flair or Becky Lynch or any of those people want to piss and moan about. No, like
No, they've never got a reaction like that.
no, not at all.
You
They never
you,
will.
you got to come up for Mania, man. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, me in Philadelphia, that'd be something.
I got your back. He's with me, kids.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
with
I'm not
me.
worried about that. Oh, I'm 6'2", 3 bills, dog. I ain't worried about nobody around me.
I'm 5'8", 3 bills. Let's go, baby.
You're 3 bills?
No,
Oh,
I'm
I'm
like
about to say. Oh,
270.
okay. I was like, damn, you
I'm
wear you
close.
wear that well, dude. Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, if I wasn't 6'2", I'd look like Paul Bear or Paul Heyman. So I got that going for me.
Either one, they're
Yeah,
both kind of the same.
rotund fat asses. All right, let's see here. Let's see. All right, so let's get into some Monday Night Raw. What do you think? What do you say? All right,
That was the most I've been excited for Raw in a long time.
dude, I was so pumped for Raw, especially because the dirt sheets had me convinced it was starting off with CM Punk, Randy Orton, and Seth Rollins all in the ring at the
Same,
same
yeah.
time, and it didn't
Thanks,
happen. So I was like, this is still cool, but god damn it,
thanks Zero.
yeah. Oh, I didn't even see that from him. I just saw it somewhere
Yeah,
else. Yeah, fuck
he
you,
posted
Zero,
in
you
that group
fucking
chat.
loser, you
You Brit.
ginger fuck. Yeah, that didn't. Yeah. Also, fuck you, Bobby. CM Punk came back, you son of a bitch.
That is the greatest part of that is that return was fuck you,
No,
Bobby.
you don't understand. My dejected face right before the music hit. I'm about to cut a promo on Bobby. There was going to be a lot of slurs and bad words involved in it, just for no fucking reason. Not even because I believed in him. I just was going to hurl any insult I could at him for being right.
Yes,
Yeah,
yeah, because
yeah,
he's bad enough, but when he's right, it's even worse.
yeah. I couldn't stand for that. Them colors don't
No,
run with me. You know what I'm saying? Every color of the rainbow flag.
yeah, I'm a supporter. It is what it is.
Yeah, I am too.
I watch the gay shows
You probably watch what's that? The Bachelor, but like the one with the old
for
guy.
old people.
Yeah,
I want to. I haven't
geezers.
watched yet, but I want to. He
Uh,
has to take Viagra before every date. Let's go.
yeah, dude, I'm surprised they don't have like Blue Chew ads. Like if he was like an old pro wrestler or something. Well, they had like Brutus the Barber Beefcake from back in the day, and they got him up there, and he calls him Bub the Love Sponge and Hulk Hogan. And they get a little rub down with the ladies. That'd be pretty
I used to
tight.
love
I
me
would
some
watch the
Bubba.
fuck out of that.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
dude.
All you gotta do is put wrestlers in it. I'll watch it. Dancing with the Stars, any of that shit. You give me
Any of it,
but
I'm in.
you just show a bunch 12 old fucks on a screen and some cougar and go watch this. I'm like, nah, I'm out. Nah.
No, I'm good.
Yeah,
Hard pass.
insert Teddy Long as one man. I'm in. That's all you gotta do.
Player, you're
Yeah.
going on a one-on-one date with
Yo,
the Undertaker.
no, you going right on my DVR, player. Yep, immediately.
I love it.
So yeah, speaking of things on DVRs, because there was a few things I pushed forward through in this Raw. Because it's just
Fair
they're
enough.
just immediate fast forwards for me. Happens every time. That's how you. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm still getting over my Survivor Series
Congestion.
sickness.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Raw this week live from Nashville, Tennessee. Show kicks off with the Apex Predator Randy Orton. He's high fiving,
Yes.
shaking hands, kissing babies, hugging ladies, signing autographs, which is weird. I saw him sign up multiple wrestlers sign autographs this week, and I have
Yeah, that was
never
wild.
seen him do that.
No.
No, not. I mean, I've seen him like sign like a someone's poster real quick or something, just right there. But I've never
Yeah.
seen like action figure, and then somebody else had
Yeah.
something else signed. And that kid,
I'm
first of
wondering
all,
if that
that
kid
kid, it
was a
had to have been.
plant.
Well, first of all, did you see the box that the action figure was in?
It looked like it was ripped open.
It was adult. Yeah, it looks like yeah. Well, I get okay. Well, I guess now when I think about it, the kid could have had his dad buy it at the merch
Yeah,
stand,
maybe.
and then he opened it and then realized, hey, let's try to get him to sign it. I'm just looking at it as going like, if this is a plant, why is that the box they gave him? Like, okay, whatever.
It looks like it's very worn.
What if it was one of those like raggedy ass Hangman Page things that Punk used to talk about hanging up in Targets and shit?
Yeah. It wasn't even a Randy Orton action figure. He
No,
just signed it.
no,
And it was empty. There was nothing in it.
no. Oh, let's see here. Or the old ones back in the day where they all came with like Hulk Hogan's head, just had different body, but everybody had the same head. There's no
Yeah.
difference.
You couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah. All right, so Randy Orton gets down in the ring. He gets on the microphone, says the one thing he's never been able to do in his career is compete in a War Games match. So when his good friend Cody called, he had to accept to make a moment. Randy also has unfinished business with the Bloodline. Seems everybody has unfinished business with the Bloodline these days. They seem to have caused quite the stir in the WWE over the past few years. But he has a bag of receipts with every member of the Bloodline's name on it, and he looks into the camera, gives it a little coy look, and he says, every member. Winking at you, Jey Uso. I thought this was going to be a
Mm-hmm.
little thing they'd play out for a while. Nah, like sometime in the second hour, he's like, We're best friends.
Yeah,
Don't
we're
worry about
good.
it. I was like, what the hell?
I don't trust him.
Yeah, I don't trust him either. But that was just too easy. Too like,
Yeah, yeet.
yeah, yeet. Somebody's gonna get a yeet down apparently.
Yep, it's coming.
Yeah. Well, then speaking of coming, those receipts coming from Randy Orton will be in the form of the 3 most dangerous letters in all of sports entertainment: RKO.
I thought you were going to say, speaking of coming, Rhea Ripley was out
Well,
next.
now, see, I came just thinking about it.
Just the name itself.
Yeah. So, the women's world champion Rhea Ripley comes out to welcome back Randy Orton and asks him, "How does it feel to be upstage on your big return?" I was like, "Ooh, okay, all right." I like how Judgment Day is like poking the bear constantly these days, as opposed to like just coming out and just like ruining things and then walking away. They're just constantly
Yeah.
like poking everybody in the side, going, "Hey, look what Johnny said about you the other day, you son of a bitch." And then they're like, "Oh yeah, fuck you, Johnny." Like, that's what I appreciate. I like the little things like that. What's going on right now with them? But Rhea tells Randy that the
Randy.
landscape, Randy Bobandy, that the landscape of WWE has changed and Judgment Day has risen to be the most dominant force in WWE. And Randy says, "Well, I've been out for a year and a half. It's been mommy this, mommy that. Well, guess what? Daddy's home." And I was like, "Oh, shit."
Yeah,
That's
line of
what's,
the night.
yeah, line of the night. And, well, it was one of them. I have a different one
Yeah.
as my line of the night, but that you know what? That one's an honorable mention. That's going up there. And as long as he's around, nobody tells Randy Orton what to do. We kind of already knew that. He didn't have to say it, but
Yeah.
it sounded good. Did you see when he like went like this at Rhea Ripley after
Yeah.
he flinched at her
I was
and tried
waiting
to make
for
her
it. I
her
was
flex.
waiting
Oh, I
for it.
was like, oh shit, that was
I
awesome.
thought it was coming because he's the only guy that hits women.
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was coming.
on WWE screens.
Yeah, on television.
Yeah, on television. But mommy tells Randy that she tried to give him an out, but now he's an enemy of the Judgment Day, which is just standard operating procedure for that crew these days. So then Dominic and JD McNodick attack Randy from behind. JD is wearing a neck brace to sell his RKO from the top of the War Games cage, and that was badass. Forgot to touch on
That
that
was
earlier. Oh,
Yeah, that
hell of a
was
move.
he just let himself go. He was like, "I trust you with my life," and
He
he
did. Like
he just let himself go.
I watched that like 4 times, going having much more respect for JD. Just the way he just was like,
Yeah,
"I'm doing it to do it." Like there's only one way to do it, and that's correct, the right way, and that's what he did. It was
let it
awesome.
rip.
Yeah, he did let it rip. I mean, he just fell off and just went limp. It was like, whatever happens,
Yeah,
happens. If I'm paralyzed after
exactly.
this, I mean, if I
Yeah,
become
what better way to get
a
paralyzed?
quadriplegic to an RKO, that's a best story I could tell.
Yeah,
What happened to you? Car wreck. Oh, what a dumb story, you know?
Randy Orton dropped me on that stack
Yeah.
of dimes I call a neck.
Yeah.
What?
What? Yeah, my Stone Cold's good this week with no voice.
Yeah, right. You got that growl.
Those my macho men.
That's the best. That's my favorite.
Mm. And then the first word's Randy
Randy.
on my notes. So Randy has Dominic on the ropes for a draping DDT, but JD McNodick saves him and gets an RKO for his troubles. So Randy says he's going to find Pierce because tonight he wants a piece of Dominic Mysterio in the ring. Dirty Dom looks petrified. I would be too. That is a big,
Yeah.
massive man standing in front of me with veins popping out of all parts of his
Every
body. Even the ones you
parts I
can't
didn't
see.
even know
Yep.
had veins.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're there. You just can't see them. All right. So next up, we got backstage. There was a segment with recording artist Jelly Roll.
Love Jelly Roll.
You love Jelly Roll? I don't know much about Jelly Roll. I know who he is. I do not listen to country music. Therefore, I don't know. If I've heard something of him, it's just because it's in a commercial on the regular.
Sure.
But I do know that he is every bit of 6 foot 500 pounds.
Huge.
Huge. Did you
Huge.
when he huge, very large? Did you notice that whenever he got up from his chair, he was a very wide chair? You know why it was so wide?
Widest chair.
Because it was the widest chair I've ever seen in my life. It was so wide they had to put two of them next to each other for his fat ass to sit down. No, seriously, when he got up, there was two chairs. Like he was sitting on two chairs. I
No, I
rewound
didn't
it.
notice
Yeah,
that part.
yeah.
He's a big dude.
I'm not saying, yeah. I mean, if I was able to get two chairs at WWE and not have to pay for both of them just for the extra leg room, and I'd take it. I'd take it.
Yeah, because they squish you in there good.
Dude, well, and if you're not in the bottom, if you get in the top and they got no cup holders that don't go up, and you bring a fat friend with you, oh, hell's breaking loose.
It's me. I'm the fat friend.
Yeah, it's not a good look. But yeah, Jelly Roll, he was down there, two chairs deep later on, but in the back, him and Otis, they bumped stomachs. And R-Truth was very confused, wanting to know where Jelly Roll keeps all the jelly rolls for his sweet tooth. I mean, R-Truth just keeps me laughing at all times. It doesn't matter. The 24/7 title was dumb as fuck. But anytime he was on stage and he would lift up the lampshade and he was just standing there and nobody even noticed for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, shit like that.
He's so good.
Oh, he had some good lines later. We'll get to whenever he's with Judgment Day.
Oh yeah, covered in dust.
Yeah, covered in Tony Khan dust. All right, so next up we have tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contender for the undisputed tag team championships. And I have a question for you: did or did the Street Profits not become number one contenders last week in a triple threat match?
You know, now
and
that you
did
mention
or
it,
did not Street Profits not fight Judgment Day on SmackDown like they said they were supposed to, but they instead fought Yes Boy, Pretty Deadly.
You're absolutely
So
right.
what happened?
I didn't think about that.
No one said anything about any, like, unless someone from Street Profits got hurt, which I haven't heard.
I haven't heard anything now.
Then they either because I thought it was kind of dumb that a heel team would face a heel for the title. I never really liked that unless the circumstances dictated. You know, they just both hate each other.
Yeah,
But,
and I think I have that. There's another match where I talk about heels and faces versus faces. Like you're just having matches to have matches. It doesn't make sense.
yeah, absolutely.
It's the same thing AEW does that we all complain about.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, let's go Moxley, let's go Kenny. Like, no, get the fuck out of here with that. I want a let's go one guy and a boo, fuck you to the other guy. Like, it's
exactly.
Not, rah rah ree, look at me. Whoever wins, I'm happy with whoever wins. It's so fucking dumb.
Yeah, it is.
Also, it's dumb as trying to add logic to professional wrestling. So, once again, I'm trying to do Mark math, and Mark math just doesn't work.
We outsmart ourselves all the time.
There you go. All right, so Alpha Academy and DIY start off the match, and when DIY's shitty new music hit,
the worst.
Only one fan stood up out of everyone in their seats. One.
On my notes here that I keep going back to, DIY came out to 0 pop in all caps. 0 pop.
0. None. That music sucks.
Nothing.
And Ciampa came online saying, like, we got a banger coming out. You're going to be singing it for years.
You guys are going to love
it. Where am I supposed to love this song? Where is it supposed to catch my attention?
What part do I sing along to?
Yeah, that too. Like, where do I get to do my part?
No, there's nothing.
Oh, I figured out what I'm supposed to do when their song comes on. Go to the fucking bathroom.
That sucks too because those guys are so good.
Dude, the 3 weeks before they started slowly getting back together, I was so pumped. And then the week they got back together, that was the thumbnail and the title of the next episode. DIY is back.
Yep.
And 2 weeks later, I might as well do a DIY is dead. Yeah. It's just not good. All right, so DIY eliminates Alpha Academy with Meet in the Middle. Stupid name. and Indushir with a roll up. Stupid move.
I said there, I wrote down, let's see, uh, Indian number one definitely could have kicked out of that roll up from 125-pound Gargano.
Oh, that
That was the weakest roll up I've ever seen. And that guy was a monster.
dude, he's a monster. They literally right before he rolls him up, he goes, I think it's he's like Veer's a smaller one because Veer's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's like
Still.
Veer's 6'3", 275. Then he goes, the other guy, he's even bigger, 6'5", 300. And then he gets rolled up by Johnny Gargano, a bag of sticks.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, I love Johnny Gargano, but
I do
logically,
too.
I mean, I don't believe him getting both feet on the ropes and like having his tights into like a fucking, I don't care how tight he has his tights. There's nothing
No,
about that makes it possible.
it's physics.
No, he should literally kick out and then eliminate him like Macho Man got eliminated by Yokozuna in the '93 Rumble.
Wow. Great pull.
Thank you. I pull him out of my ass every once in a while. For non-pleasure, that is.
Well, of course.
Yes. Got to keep doing it for pleasure. All right, so out come the Creed brothers, and they defeat DIY, New Day, and Imperium with the Brutus Ball to become the number one contenders for the Tag Team Championships. And on the third one, the Brutus Ball, something's got to give on his jump and release and where he lands. Because the first one, he almost killed Johnny. The second one, he hit pretty good. And then the third one, he could have dislocated Giovanni Vinci's shoulder, broken his collarbone, elbow, something. Like, they're athletic as shit, but that could have been bad.
I put in my notes, Brutus landed directly on Vinci. Like, he almost killed him.
Giovanni Vinci was about to be a one-armed man. I mean, he looked fine later.
Yeah, he was all right, but he could have killed him.
Yeah.
I also wrote, the Creed brothers look like they picked dudes out of a gym and made them wrestle in their underwear. It just looked like they're wearing underwear. And then I said the New Day used to put on bangers with the Usos, and now they're just jobbers.
They are pretty much jobbers. And they smell Tozawa's farts.
Yeah. It's haha comedy bullshit.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes. And some of it's entertaining, like when it's R-Truth.
Yeah.
Or R-Truth can take any one of these people that we find comedy is like so-so, and it'll just make it that much better. But they can't do it on their own.
No.
It's not good. Like, you see Cody trying to sell Cyber Monday deals in that commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hiding the Stardust figure.
Didn't want me to buy a fucking thing. Did not incline me to buy shit. And I am a habitual WWE shop purchaser. That thing said 40% off at the bottom. I was like, yeah, you know what, Cody? Here's how I'm going to finish the story. I am not buying shit today.
I'm not finishing nothing.
Yeah, I'm not finishing writing that check. All right, so next up we got the American. Speaking of Cody Chody Loads, next up we got the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes in the ring. He thanks his teammates from War Games. Welcomes CM Punk and declares himself as the first entrant to the 24-24 Royal Rumble because he has to finish that story we were talking about.
You know, I wrote down Cody once again proves that to be in the Rumble, you just have to say it out loud.
I didn't even think he was going to do that. I thought he was just going to go, all right, guys, taking my talents down to SmackDown.
Right.
I didn't even.
Nope. He said 2-month build to me coming out first in the Rumble this year.
Oh, yeah. That is going to happen.
Yeah. He'll be the last guy in and lose.
Yeah, to Gunther.
Probably. I think you're right.
I think Gunther loses the Intercontinental Championship in the second match of the night. I think the Women's Rumble goes on first. Gunther loses in the second match because Imperium fucks him by being stupid somehow. Yep. Like this, slowly, them doing stupid stuff to screw their own matches over, it's going to affect Gunther. And he loses, and then he comes out at number 30 in the Rumble. Nobody's even thinking about him. Losing earlier in the night. He comes out and just annihilates everybody and wins. But it's him and Cody the last two, so everybody thinks it's going to be Cody again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then Cody probably goes and wins like the Elimination Chamber or something, some other way to
Yeah,
finish the story.
that's the only. Yeah, that's what he's
But
gonna
winning
have
the
to do.
Rumble in back-to-back years, I don't work for me.
No, unless you're Stone Cold.
Yeah, but he's not Stone Cold.
No, he's not. I don't get me wrong. Love
Stone
Cody.
Chode. Yeah, I like Cody
That's
too.
right, but it's just like okay, just finish the story and do something else.
Yeah, pretty much. So after Cody declares himself as the first Royal Rumble entrant, the lights go out. Shinsuke Nakamura appears on the screen and reveals to Cody that he is the one he's been talking about in all his promos. And I was like, oh, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense. Because Hoovy last week told me and Bobby that it could have been Okada. And at the time when I
Right.
heard it, I was like, that all makes sense. And then I realized, like, after the pod, I was like, well, he's facing Danielson at Wrestle Kingdom in January because I'm a mark and I know that shit. So that ain't possible. And then I'm
Yeah.
thinking to myself, like, who else could it be? And then I was like, also, Randy's coming back. Maybe it could be Randy. I never once thought it was Cody.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
I was kind of, I don't want to say let down by that, but I was like, I guess it makes sense, but I was hoping it would be somebody that wasn't there, but it does make sense.
yeah. I mean, that's just us. Look, it wasn't CM Punk. They paid off CM Punk in an even better way. So
Yes.
really can't be mad at this. Can't be mad at this.
No, and
Gives
I
Cody
think
something.
and if they do this the right way, and if Nakamura is a shit-eating heel, and they could put on some bangers as long as I think Nakamura needs to win that feud though.
He has to.
You
Cody
would
going into the Rumble does not need to look strong if he's going to win the Rumble, or if he's necessarily going to look strong in the Rumble and then lose and win the elimination. However, he gets to face Roman Reigns, like he
right.
can, he can look weak, not necessarily weak, but he doesn't need to be Super Cena every damn match.
Yes, that's a
Yes, because
great
that's
way
going
of
to turn
putting
us
it.
off. That's going to turn me off for sure.
Yeah,
Because
and
I
I don't
hated
think that
John Cena until he was gone, and now I love him.
Yeah, I mean, I've always loved Cena, but you're right. Like it takes somebody being away for so long to appreciate them.
That and I was such a Thugonomics fan
Yeah.
that like every time I thought he might go back to it, never would. And he would, what about a heel turn? And, rubbing his foot, and then I was like, "You son of a
Yeah.
bitch, fuck you!" Like,
When he came back as Thugonomics at Mania
oh, that
against
was awesome.
Elias.
It was
I
awesome.
was there. I popped so hard.
I bet that was incredible.
It was all, my son was next to me and he was like just kind of getting into wrestling at that time. So he was like, I don't really understand the capacity of this. And I was like, trust me,
Yeah,
this is incredible. Take it
you're
in,
the, you're
dude.
the only person not going nuts right now.
Yeah. He was going nuts for Cena, but he didn't understand the
Oh,
Thugonomics
yeah, oh, I
gimmick.
got you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was just kind of like, I don't get this. And I was like, just let it happen, dude.
One day you'll tell your grandkids about this, son.
He'd be like, I was there,
I
son.
was there. Hell yeah. All right, so the lights cut out. Shinsuke is standing in the ring behind Cody, and he spits a big load of mist, like a huge load of mist. Not
Giant.
like a little Oscar, it's gonna spritz you right in the eyes, or like a Julia Hart from AEW, it's gonna catch him right in the chest. No, this one
Yeah.
just full load to the Cody load to the face.
It's a Peter North size load.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. There's a big steaming load, just red. And you know what the red means in Japanese mist, right?
I don't
It,
actually.
it it's the one that's mixed with cayenne pepper, so it's supposed to burn.
Ah,
And I used
okay.
to know what all the other ones meant, like red, blue, green, but I can't remember.
Wow. You
One of
are a
them,
mark.
yeah, I am a mark. One of them affects. You know what's crazy is like one of them's supposed to burn, but then they have another color. I think it's blue or green, specifically just to affect vision. And I'm like, well, that just kind of you're just splitting hairs here now. Like,
Yeah,
wouldn't they both affect your vision? Don't they all affect your vision?
you would think. If something's in your eyes, you can't see.
Yeah. Hey, I told you I drive all the time. I've listened to a lot of podcasts.
That's
A
okay.
lot. Yeah. So this is an easy way to retain a lot of knowledge. Just listen to it on podcasts.
Yeah, I listen to you guys all the time on the way to work.
Fuck yeah, that's what I'm talking about. On the way to sell Fords and such.
That's built Ford tough,
Built,
baby.
yeah, built Nate tough.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, so next up we have big hoss fight. Ivar Bronson Reed, big Bronson Reed, fat ass Bronson Reed, whatever you want to call him. He's 5'11" wide. And he's 700 pounds.
He's built like sheetrock.
He built like I don't even have a good joke. He's not. They built him in a fight he had a few weeks ago with a month or two ago where they did a bill tail of the tape and they said he was 6 foot. Like, there's no fucking way. He's not 6 foot. It
Yeah,
is
he's
impossible.
5'8".
Yeah, tops. I mean, you probably dunk on him, Nate.
Listen, I wrote down Ivar versus Bronson in the Battle of the Fats, and I'm fat, so I can say that.
Yep. I say the same thing to everybody. When I make a fat joke, I immediately go, I'm fat. I can say that.
Right.
Because
And then
fat recognizes fat.
we can say that.
Yeah.
It's not racist.
No, it's not. It's not at all. I'm not fat shaming. I'm not shaming your. I'm not wastist.
Yeah. And there it is.
There it
That's
is.
the title. That's the title of the episode. I'm not
I'm
wastist.
not wastist. All right, so this match between these two hosses, they called it Monday Night Meat a few times on commentary. Crowd was chanting meat. Ends in a double countout as they continue to fight into the crowd. WWE officials try to break it up. Bronson lawn darts an official into Ivar. I was like, oh shit, that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, as everybody gets up, they all converge into one area, and Ivar just flips off an equipment case onto Bronson as officials separate them. And we got another big hoss fight loading. I think the second one's going to be better than this one. So
It was impressive. I did. I also wrote down in my notes here. I'm excited to see what wrestlers those security guards become.
I am always looking at them in the face and going, one day
Yep.
one day you're going to win the big one.
Yep.
Huh?
Every time I see one, I'm like, you're gonna be something someday.
Or who did you used to be, and this is all you can do now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like when Triple H and Shawn Michaels super kick Stan in the back. That's
Yeah.
Ty Dillinger.
Yeah. Ty Dillinger. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Stan.
Shawn Spears. I just kicked Stan. Those papers went flying everywhere. That's great.
Yeah, that was awesome. That was a great super kick.
Yeah. It was perfect.
Backstage, Nia Jax, probably your favorite wrestler, I would assume, Nathan.
Listen, I don't have anything against big women at all.
I
But
mean,
I
neither.
did write down Nia Jax equals fucking gross.
She does. Well,
Ugh.
she tells Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler, aka Shane Baszler, that she's putting the women's division on notice. Shout out to my brother there, Shane Baszler, Mariah Scary. He dubbed those. So whenever y'all make the shirts one day, we make that big merch. We gotta make sure he gets cut in on those because those were his words.
Royalties, baby.
Yeah,
Royalties.
absolutely. And so this is probably the best part of this whole segment. It was the best part. So Shayna just looks at Nia and then looks down at her ass and says, "Why don't you do everyone a favor and shut your hole?"
My hole.
Yeah, my hole. But the best part was she's looking her in the face for the first half, and as she gets down to everybody, she looks right down at her flat ass. She's a fat ass, but she's got a flat ass. And shut your hole. Literally talking to her asshole. It was great.
That was great.
It was phenomenal. All right, so the back-to-back hilarious segments. Judgment Day walks up on R-Truth. Yeah,
Covered in con dust.
covered in con dust. Who is eating jelly rolls with sugar everywhere, all over their couch in their clubhouse. I'm like
So
picturing
many
him, and
jelly
I'm
rolls.
laughing so hard in my head. I got to read these notes. So he looks, and Priest comes up. He's like, "What the hell?" And Truth goes, "I want to be the fifth member of War Games."
War Games was last night, you idiot.
Yeah, Priest reminds me. He goes, "That happened 2 days ago." Our Truth wants to know, "Hey, did we win? How'd I do?" Priest reminds him that he lost, and he was. He's so good, so good. Like Priest has to remind him you weren't in the match.
I wasn't.
Yeah. So Truth says that since they lost, that they need to be cheered up. So he reminds him, it's okay. Randy Orton's back. I could not stop laughing.
I still can't stop. It's
It's
hilarious.
hilarious. It is so good. It's so good. I mean, we go from so good to so bad because Nia Jax defeats Zoe Stark with the
Ugh.
Annihilator. Wolf, Buzz's girlfriend. Moving on. Great time in
Buzz your
Home Alone
girlfriend.
reference. Yeah, Buzz your girlfriend.
Wolf.
Wolf. I said that to my buddy the other day with his face on Buzz's girlfriend. But I was Kevin McAllister. He was like, send me a funny meme. I go, here you go, you ugly fuck.
We're ugly. We can say that.
Yep, we are ugly. We can say, kind of goes back to the fat thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you know. I had something else I was going to say, but I don't want to get canceled this early in the episode.
I said, let's see. Oh, yeah, I wanted to bring this up. Nia Jax made her entrance. Then they did a backstage segment with Truth. Then they went to commercial. Then they did another backstage segment.
They
And
did.
she's just standing in the
How
ring this
long do those
whole
people have
time.
to stand there?
It was at least 15 minutes.
Dude, I bet her and Jelly Roll were locking eyes.
And then I put, Nia is still bad in the ring.
Yeah,
Still.
still bad. She's not good.
She's going to hurt somebody again.
Absolutely. Oh, for sure. Dude, when she hit the Annihilator, she rolled off in such an awkward manner. I thought she was going to go back up and hit it again, but then she just flopped down for a pin. I go, oh, you
Ew.
still suck.
Yep. Still
Because
sucks.
like the way she rolled off, I was like, oh, she's about to quickly get back up there and give him another one. Then she just flopped down as if like a sack of potatoes. Never mind.
So she was supposed to give her another one. She just didn't have the energy.
There you go.
We'll go with that.
Her insulin was up or down, however you want to look at it. I don't know how that works. I don't have diabetes. Yeah, I don't have the beatus yet. But I will. I am so fat. I will be the first person in America to get type 3 diabetes.
I don't have it. It nicked me, but I don't have it yet. No, I almost got it.
All right. So next up, we have World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. He comes out dressed like a cow, just like the Chick-fil-A mascot. I was like, wow, what a beautiful cow that is. Maybe the biggest cow I've ever seen in my life. And all I wrote was Rhea Ripley wore it better.
Yeah.
Crowd starts chanting for. Go ahead.
Oh, no, you can continue because I'll say what I have to say after this.
Nice. Crowd starts chanting for CM Punk. Rollins says, go ahead, let it out, give it to me. Because he doesn't want to waste another second on that hypocrite. And I was like, oh, that's a pretty good line.
Yeah.
And I was like, at this point, I'm like, is this where Punk comes out? Because they just kept saying later tonight. They never. And when he didn't come out at the beginning, I was like, he's probably coming out in the main event. But then also Randy Orton was the main event against Dominic. So I was like, maybe Randy's not going to get upstaged by him 2 nights in a row. So he's coming out here. Like they're going ahead and get this feud kicked off now for Mania. No, I was wrong. That was just me doing Mark math in my brain again.
They're gonna slow burn that thing, man.
Oh, they got to. It has to like start in the Rumble.
Yeah, and that's I wrote here like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. I wrote here like in regards to Seth's comments. I said it almost seems like Seth and Punk are switching roles. Like Punk's going to be like this baby face of the company guy, and Seth is going to be that loose cannon on the microphone.
Oh,
like
okay. That'd be cool.
Like they're kind of like flip flopping, like
yeah.
Seth's going to be the one to talk all the shit now.
Hell yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah, that's why I
based off Pepsi Phil's last comment tonight, I think old CM Punk is currently loading. Because
he'll get there.
Yeah. I also said the same thing in AEW, and he had to do backstage stuff for people to hate him, as opposed to him just doing his wrestling job. So, we'll see what happens.
Real fights.
Yeah. But Rollins, he says he has an itch. He has an itch to become be a fighting champion once again. And on cue, McIntyre's music hits. He comes out. And he wants a rematch for the title, and he no longer has sympathy or compassion for anyone because he wants to swim with the sharks, and he has to become the biggest shark of them all. And I was like, at this point, I'm getting fucking pumped.
Yeah.
I'm like, yes, get angry, Drew.
Psychopath.
Yes, the Scottish psychopath. So Rollins says next Monday he will be defending the heavyweight championship, but it's not going to be against Drew McIntyre. It's going to be someone who deserves it even more. Drew's favorite guy, main event, Jey Uso. And Jey Uso immediately hits Seth with a Glasgow kiss and starts beating ass down. Looks like he caught it pretty good because he was either bleeding a little bit from his forehead.
Yeah, he had butted the belt.
Yeah. Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, when he did the kiss, he smacked his face on the belt, cut
Oh,
him
okay.
open instantly.
Nice. Yeah.
This is where Drew's skirt accidentally came off.
Yeah. I mean, was it an accident though, dude?
I don't know, man. I wrote down Drew's skirt came off and his dick looked huge.
It did.
I was almost like a secondhand embarrassment. Like,
I
God damn.
I was watching it before his skirt came off, and I was like, his dick looks huge. I'm not kidding.
And then his skirt came off.
And then his skirt came off. Yeah. I mean, he was bulging out of everything. He was like, he must have to put on like 3 pairs of Speedos for it to just look like a big jock, you know?
That thing is taped down.
Dude,
It
yes.
has to be.
Like Ray Finkel style.
We found Captain Wakey. See, you can talk about movies with me, Chet. I've seen them all.
Thank
Man.
you.
I've seen them all.
Thank you.
This is actually Drew McIntyre's dick right here. This is the tip of it.
That's Angela.
Yeah.
He named his dick after his mom.
Ah,
All right, so Drew's beating down Seth Rollins, so Jey Uso comes out for the save. They get hit multiple super kicks to send Drew packing.
yeah.
So pretty much here's what's going to happen next week. Jay's going to come close to winning either something. He hits a super kick, turns around, eats a claymore, and it's either DQ or the ref's already knocked out for some reason. But that match is not ending with anyone other than Seth Rollins winning. I mean, we already knew that. I'm going to give you a heads up how it's going down. Spoiler alert.
It's not a prediction.
Yeah, it's not. No, I actually wrote the script. I am the Mark.
The Mark writer.
Yes, I am in Stamford, Connecticut as we speak. All right, so let's move on to the main event of the evening. Dominic Mysterio versus Randy Orton. Randy's first match in a year and a half on Monday Night Raw. First live television match. It wasn't at a PLE. Randy delivers all the greatest hits. You know, the power slam, the draping DDT, the multiple backdrops onto the announce table that doesn't break. And even some assistance from old Jelly Roll from earlier. You remember that guy?
The double shove.
Yeah, the double shove on from the double chair.
Yep.
That dude ain't worn a double XL shirt in 20 years.
No, that's a 5X if I've ever
Dude,
seen.
5, yes, absolutely. I mean, I wear a 3XL shirt, and
Same,
they're huge. They're huge. I pull them out of the dryer, and I go, huge. I pull the shirt out of the dryer, I go, you have to be the fattest piece of shit that's ever walked the face of America. Yeah, it takes a real fat piece of shit to fill this thing. Wow. How many cotton fields did they have to plow just to make this one fucking shirt?
You fat piece of shit.
Yeah, you're really fat. You know, yeah, fat. You mean like Rosie O'Donnell? No, she's a pig.
Bigger.
She's a dog.
Huge.
Huge. John China is my favorite wrestler. All right, so Randy, back in the match. Randy wins with RKO and his over Dominic Mysterio. Big win for old Randall Keith Orton.
Yes, I liked how he sold a lot though for Dominic.
Yeah,
when Dom tried to do his comeback, he's the type of guy to he don't mind selling and putting people over.
He's a consummate professional, dude.
Agreed. Great way to put it.
Yep, he's a company man. Something CM Punk needs to learn how to do. But speaking of CM Punk, actually, I hope he toes the line closer to Old CM Punk. Then I want him. I want him to be here for his whole contract though, and healthy.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, but I also want to be stirring shit up. Because it appears that hell is frozen over because CM Punk is standing in the middle of a WWE ring with a live microphone. Who'd have thought? I would
Not me.
never. No. The things he said in interviews, getting fired on his wedding day. I mean, getting fired
Doofus
on your wedding
son-in-law.
day. Yeah, you doofus
Yep.
son-in-law, all that shit. But
He said he's changed, so we'll
he
see.
says he's changed. He says that since Saturday, he's only been able to come up with 2 words to describe how he feels. He's afraid to say them, not because they're not true, but because a little bit scared of how true they actually are. I was like, all right. He said the American dream always told him, speak the truth, and the truth is, I'm home. This
That
is where
popped me.
I did, yeah. I had like a little chills. I was like, oh, okay. Because I thought he was just going to go like scorched earth visceral on people. I don't know why I
So
thought
did
that.
I.
Looking back on it,
So did I.
I feel like it's the right thing to do what they did to reintroduce him to the, and the
Yeah.
Marks were able to look deep enough and see what they wanted to find.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. So he says, this is where I belong. For 10 years, you people never forgot me. Even when I wanted to forget myself, you never stopped chanting my name. Punk continues, a wise man once told me to get everything I need out of this place. I have to leave and come back. And I was like, that was some good shit right there.
And he probably said that to him too.
Oh, I guarantee you Paul Heyman said that to him.
Guarantee it.
He's
Yep.
like, to get what you want in this place. I mean, it's so true. Like everyone who's didn't leave or didn't get the way they wanted left, and then eventually, fences are mended, everything works out. You come back, just like the backstage, he was welcomed with open arms.
Yeah.
No hell freezes over. Vince isn't really in charge anymore.
Thank God.
I know. Yes, thank God. Thank Ari Emanuel for running that son of a bitch off.
Yes.
But Punk says, like I said, everyone backstage is welcome with open arms. Almost everybody. Probably talking about Seth Rollins. Wink, wink.
Bingo.
Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Some people are afraid of the truth. Everything I've ever wanted is here. The best competition in the world. But the best in the world hasn't been here in 10 years. And this is where I started getting like, all right, now I just want to start beating the shit out of somebody.
Right.
Yeah. Somebody come out and interrupt this son of a bitch and catch them hands. But he ups it up. He raises it a notch. Excuse me. I couldn't even get my words out. I'm so pumped about this promo. He says they're afraid I just set the bar to an unattainable level. They're afraid the brass ring is now in my back pocket and they can't grab it. They're afraid that the most controversial and feared man in this industry just walked in the front door and there's nothing they can do about it. And then as he puts the microphone down, the camera zooms in on him as Raw is about to cut to black. And he says, I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to make money. And I was like, yep, there he is. There he is. Boom.
Bingo.
Yep, there it is. Fuck yeah.
Baba Booey.
So yeah, Punk's back. I'm pumped. It's going to be dope. Can't wait for
There's so
whoever
much
his
I want to
first
see him do.
so much. Who do you think his
So
first pay-per-view match is against?
Well, the next pay-per-view is not till the Rumble.
Yeah. Does it mean? Well, all right. Who's his first singles pay-per-view match against? If he's in the Rumble,
I would assume he's in the Rumble.
That's what I meant. Like,
They're teasing Rollins, but I don't think that goes till Mania.
He has to do something between now and.
Yeah, give me Balor.
Okay, yeah, I'm with you there. That's
Punk
not bad.
and Balor from the Judgment Day. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be good.
Anybody.
I'm here for that. Priest.
Yeah, Priest isn't a bad wrestler. He's just weird. No. He's a little weird.
I liked him in NXT. I love Damian Priest in NXT.
Oh yeah, he was a beast.
I just don't care for this Priest.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there, 100%.
Yeah, no. Whenever he cashes in, I'm just going to be like, please fuck this up. Please fuck this up. Sandow this bitch. Please Sandow this bitch. Sandow this motherfucker, please.
Please.
Please. I don't. I'll just get down on my hands and knees like, please do not let him win the title.
Well, see, I have this theory, and it's a little crazy, but when he switched to the purple briefcase, I think that Finn kept the green briefcase with the contract in it.
Oh.
So maybe when he goes to cash in and let's say he wins, but then they find out there's no contract in the briefcase and Finn still has it. It puts a rift in the Judgment Day, kicks him out, and it's just a good a good angle, I guess you would say.
What if they go
'Cause
to
remember
JBL court to figure it out too?
Oh god, that was the
That'd be
worst.
awesome.
I
I
wanted
thought
to
it was
see
awesome.
Otis. I wanted to see Otis win that belt.
I did want to see Otis win the belt, but the
Yeah.
court scenes were hilarious.
They were very funny.
Yes. Yeah, Otis got a raw deal there. Also, no pandemic, no Otis in the Money in the Bank briefcase match probably at all, or let alone winning. So
I've
he
just been
might have been.
delivered a beverage, a nice ginger ale.
Oh, okay, nice.
Pop the top.
There
Cheers.
you go. Stay classy, my friends. All right, brother, let's do some awards.
Let's go.
Who do you have as worst on the mic?
I have your brother's favorite, Mariah Scary. She's atrocious.
More ways than one. I had Cody because it's anytime he says it, I'm done. So, when you guys want to talk about? I hate it.
And he says it different every time.
He says it different every time, and it elicits the same response. A quick, just crickets, and then some people realize, okay, we're supposed to cheer at this point.
He said our town name. Woo!
Yeah.
Cheap pop.
Stuck. Who'd you have best on the mic this week?
I feel like CM Punk is the obvious answer, but I had honorable mention Randy.
I have CM Punk, especially with the line, I'm not here to make friends, I'm here to make money.
Yes.
I do have an honorable mention to Shane Baszler telling Nia Jax, why don't you do everybody a favor and shut your hole?
That was great.
While looking at her hole.
Looking at the hole.
Who did you have as Sofa King hottest of the week?
I had somebody you may not like, Miss Chelsea Green.
That was my Sofa King hottest on the original award. My thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I know you fast forwarded through the match, so I wasn't.
Oh
sure.
no, I did fast forward through the match. I fast forwarded through my notes. I didn't even say what happened. I did have.
They won. The champs retained.
Yeah, they won. That's
Chelsea and Piper.
See, I had Rhea Ripley from the Royal Rumble.
Survivor Series.
Survivor Series. I was already pumped about Royal Rumble. Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. What's the future like, Chet?
I'm just thinking about what Rhea Ripley's going to wear at the Rumble or isn't going to wear.
I'm all in.
Yes. Absolutely. Who'd you have as Sofa King? Gross, dude. Just so gross.
Nia Fats.
I had Valhalla.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's rough. You can't. Hold on. You can lose with either one of those, but you can't win either. It's a lose-lose, no-win situation. What'd you have as your Sofa King shittiest move of the week?
So it wasn't really a move, and if you fast forwarded through the female tag team match, you probably didn't catch it. But Natalya threw Chelsea Green into the ring apron, and then just stared at the camera and put both hands up and just yelled like "Ah!"
Oh no, I did not see that.
Like, what the fuck is she doing? It was the worst. It was the worst.
Here's how much I watched that. I watched Chelsea Green walk from the top of the people's ramp to the bottom of the people's ramp. Actually, it wasn't even from the top to the bottom. It was a flat line because there's no more ramp. But you know what I mean. Yeah.
The worst.
Yeah, dude, the worst. I had the Brutus ball to Giovanni Vinci. Because he might have broken a goddamn collarbone. He's gonna have no goddamn arm. He's gonna be a one-armed gimp. A divine invention. I mean, how
Poor guy almost
fucking
died.
useless can you be to Gunther with fucking one arm? He's
And a
already
crushed
useless as
skull.
fuck with two arms.
Yeah, he's
Surprised
already getting yelled at left and right.
I don't ever want him to break up, but I'm still surprised he's under his employ.
Yes.
Gunther runs a tight ship. Literally.
Yes.
He calls it a U-boat, but whatever. Moving on. What'd you have as your Sofa King?
I almost made a German joke there, but I stopped myself.
I kind of did. I did stop.
I got it.
Yeah, good. I think we should leave it at that. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Damn, we almost got canceled again.
Oh.
That was close, dude. Oh, caught it. Yeah. All right, we live to fight another week here. Hoovy, you'll be glad that you have a job when you get back. We didn't lose it. Still on assignment doing lucha stuff.
Yeah, whatever lucha things he does.
Yeah, whatever lucha stuff you do. Sofa King, awesome move of the week.
So the EO putting the trash can on her and jumping off the top of the cage, or honorable mention the RKO from the top of the cage.
I have the Randall Keith Orton to JD McNonuts from the RKO.
That was beautiful.
I mean, JD sold it perfect.
Good on you, bud.
Yeah, good on
you.
Yeah, just flew up like a limp bag of balls. Man. Yeah. What'd you have as a Sofa King worst or Sofa King bad match of the week?
That would be the women's tag team title match.
Actually, I just figured out a better name for that. Sofa King Horrible.
There it is.
There it is. Horrible. Boom.
The women's tag team title match.
I concur. Agreed. Women's tag team title match was terrible. What'd you have as a Sofa King awesome match of the week?
Probably the men's war game.
Men's war game?
Yeah.
I also went with the men's war game. It was good. Even though the
honorable mention female woman's game.
Females woman game, honorable mention.
Yeah, you know
war. Big fan. Hey, dude, I have been fumbling my words all night, so I'm glad it's not just a disease that affects me. Yes. Secondhand fat is also something that needs to be discussed a little more often in this country.
That's actually a great band name.
Is it?
If I saw a band called Secondhand Fat, I'd be like, we got to check these guys out.
Yeah. And ask them where they ate for the show.
Yeah, right. Second lunch.
Yeah, it's like half Christmas, dude. Hell yeah. Second lunch.
I love it.
Fuck yeah, dude. All right, so that is awards for the. Oh, let's see. Let's get into some news, rumor, innuendo, any kind of gossip you got.
Yeah, so Randy Orton has been announced for SmackDown.
Oh shit!
This week, yeah,
that's awesome.
So Randy is on SmackDown this week. So I am hoping that starts the program with Roman for the Rumble.
Ooh,
I'm hoping.
I mean, he does have beef with the Bloodline. Well, everybody but Jay. Him and Jay, we're cool. Yeah.
They got 2 months to build it up. So,
we'll see. Is Roman announced for Friday?
I haven't heard that part yet. I just saw the Randy Orton.
If he's not doing anything to the Rumble, he's not showing up till like January 6th, bare minimum. There's no reason I said that date. None at all.
Dude, I was just...
I can't think of anything important that ever happened on that date.
Great day in American history.
Let me tell you something right now. I didn't tell those people to do any of those things. I told everyone to do that.
Definitely. Oh, man.
I got CM Punk has got a 3-year deal. They signed 3 years with WWE. If I hope that is the case. I hope he makes it all 3 years.
That's exactly what I was going to say. I hope he makes it.
Yeah. I hope he makes it to like his second feud.
No more backstage fights.
I mean, at least in AEW, we got the MJF feud. I mean,
Which was great.
it was great.
Great.
But here's the problem with AEW. Here's what they did. That MJF feud started on Thanksgiving Eve episode 2021. I know this because I made a meme of how shitty AEW went in 1 year. And so 2021, MJF and Punk had that epic promo on Thanksgiving Eve. That's what the episode was called. The next year, AEW's 2022 episode of Thanksgiving Eve, Ishii attacking Jericho as the main part of the air.
Oh, yeah. I just enjoy good wrestling.
Yeah, I do too.
I went to I say that Punk video the other day from AEW that I went to in Atlantic City. And that was some of the most fun I've ever had at a live show because
Oh,
it
you
was
went to the
fun.
boardwalk.
Yeah, yep.
That's where
But
that the main
there
is.
yeah, that's exactly where I was. But they just, their company is run by a guy with a lot of money who's just like us. We're just giant wrestling marks just like him.
I don't feel like he
And
had any
he's
of the ideas we had earlier, though.
no,
No.
no, they're not. He's not a smart mark.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
But I think if he had somebody that could run that company, then they would be okay. But because the talent is definitely there,
Yeah.
it's just
I mean,
he's too
I
high
do have another bit of
cocaine.
news. CTE. QT Marshall has resigned as like his number one at AEW this week.
He said he said he sees the company going in a different direction, and he doesn't want to go in that direction.
Yeah, whatever the company envisioned in 2019 when he signed on isn't what it is now, and I completely agree with him.
Yeah, he said it's going in more of a New Japan direction with centers on matches and not entertainment and storylines, which that's exactly what's happening.
They're just throwing people out there. And look, I like a good wrestling match more than any. I watched more wrestling during the pandemic just to pass the time and like really started appreciating matches I never watched. But man, I just week in and week out, I don't fucking care what John Moxley and Orange Cassidy are doing every week. Like fighting each other. Like it's just and all these other random like all of a sudden you'll see 1 week Pentagon will be facing 2 people involved in something, and then the next week he's fighting Kenny Omega for a school bus. Just for an example of just how stupid it is. Like he'll be
It's gay.
he'll be the number 1 contenders for the tag team titles with his brother. And then the next week he'll fight Kenny Omega over a school bus. And then the week after, he'll be in a different number 1 contenders tournament with his cousin.
Yep. No, you nailed it right on the head, dude.
It took me a minute, but
That's
I got
the
there. Like, how long does it take Tony Khan to think of this shit?
Well, I mean, when he's under the influence, it's probably pretty quick.
Yeah.
I don't want to assume.
I think enough people have assumed for him. Tony Khan is loves the cocaine.
Yes, the
Yeah.
cocaine.
Yeah, the cocaine.
He said, I'll try some of that
Yeah.
cocaine.
I believe it's like, you don't want none of that.
What does it do? It takes all your bad feelings and turns them into good ones.
What does it do?
See, we can talk about movies. There's no way he's seen that movie.
No.
There's
Dude, if he hasn't seen Tropic Thunder, there's no fucking way he's seen Walk Hard.
one of the greatest films of our generation.
Oh man, I might go back and watch that. Now that
I'm going smell blind.
Yeah. Now that we're getting done earlier, I might watch that. Yeah, I'm going smell blind. All right, well, that's all I got for news. You got anything else?
Yeah, no, I mean CM Punk took up most of the news. I did read an article that said that there were a couple people backstage that were nervous about him coming in, but once he came back Saturday and then Monday he talked to some people backstage, they felt a lot better about it.
Nice.
So
Nice.
I'm hoping that he's left the draw. Like I also read that he doesn't want to speak on the AEW stuff and he's not going to eviscerate him because he just wants to put it behind him and move on.
It's not You know what? After you're fully retired, just tear them to pieces on all the.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go on Cornette's podcast and just tear them to pieces, or whoever's podcast. Start your own. Actually, I'd rather listen to
Yeah.
that. Start your own podcast.
He can come on this one. CM Punk, if you're listening, and we know that you are,
Yeah,
come on the Sofa King Smarks podcast.
please.
Open invitation.
I almost spit my drink out when you said that. I was like, man, that would be awesome.
That's a great idea.
Dude, what a phenomenal idea.
Stick with me. I'll take your place.
Yeah, I got Pepsi. Phil, I have Pepsi. Trust
Come on,
me.
Phil. We like Chicago here. I like deep dish pizza.
I like all pizza. It doesn't matter what kind.
Yes.
Stuffed
Yeah, it doesn't
crust,
matter
no
anymore.
crust, extra crust, pineapple, no pineapple. I draw the line at
Give it.
What is it? Anchovies. Yeah, I was gonna say sardines,
Yeah.
but who puts that on pizza? Somebody somewhere puts sardines on pizza.
Some Canadian, probably.
Yeah,
Weird.
Canadians.
Pizzas like blowjobs. All of them are different, but none of them are bad.
No, there you go. All right, I think we're gonna end it on that one. All right, so this
It's a good one to end it on.
It's a good one to end it on right there. All right, so I just want to thank my guest, Nate Smythe, for joining us this week, filling in for Hoovy on assignment, doing lucha stuff with lucha people, doing lucha things and lucha libre establishments. Thanks, Nate, for joining us, brother. I do appreciate the hell out of you coming on.
Yeah,
Everybody
man.
needs to follow
Thank
Nate
you.
on TikTok at Nate Smythe. You'll be able to see his name at the bottom of the screen. His TikTok is hilarious. He has over a bazillion likes.
1.4 million. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. That's huge, dude.
I have one video with 5 million views.
No, I'm about to hit 5,000 likes, and I thought that was huge.
That's pretty good. I can't get more than, a couple now, but
Oh, okay. It's
but that's
crazy.
all right.
Like,
No, thank
yo, you do good shit on there, dude. Don't be selling yourself
I
short.
appreciate it.
No, you're just gonna
Well, I am
pop one
short.
off another day. Yeah. You need to film
But,
your reactions
no,
to
thank
Drew
you so-
McIntyre's loin falling off. Dude, I bet
Listen,
you got
that
100,000
thing.
views.
Ugh,
What a rocket!
what a cock.
What a rock! What a hog!
Look at the hog on
Yeah,
this guy.
dude. What's your favorite team? Arkansas Razorbacks? Big Hogs fan, huh? Gee, God, yeah, look at his dick and go, pig suey. That thing is a monster. All right, well,
man.
all right, Nate, thank you for joining us this week on Sofa King Smarks Podcast. Once again, you can follow me at Chet Is Wrestling. My name's Chet Von Chetsky. Please give us a like, follow, and subscribe at Sofa King Smarks on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, TikTok, Facebook, MySpace. I'm in Nate's top 8, Hoovy's top 8, Bobby's bottom 8, because he can suck it from Saturday. CM Punk's back. Please like and subscribe.
Thank you for watching Sofa King Smarks Podcast, yeah. And if you could do the Macho Man a favor, yeah, if you could please give them a like, follow, and subscribe, the Macho Man would appreciate it.